taking on the Hilltoppers of Hillsboro, the number 3 seed in this tournament, for the right to go into the championship game coming up on Friday night. The Hilltoppers, a winner earlier this week over the Mount Olive Wildcats, 76-43 in their opening game on Monday night. That's how they earned their way into this semifinal match against Bunker Hill. The Toppers come in under Harlan Scheibel, 8-17 on the season, with their victory on Monday. And they start the following lineup, an extremely young lineup for Hilltoppers head coach Harlan Scheibel. 5'7" sophomore David Gray at one guard. The other guard, 5'10" junior Mark Scheibel. The forward, Alan Hobby, a 6'3" sophomore. Mike Marty, a 6'2" sophomore. The center is a 6'4" freshman. That is correct, a freshman, Hugh Satterley. And Satterley in Monday night's ball game against Mount Olive had 26 points. Also, we will expect to probably see tonight Rich Westbrook, possibly Eric Burkett, to play from senior Kent Lovelace, also possibly Neil Stanton, Jason Brown, and Carl Lindbergh. That's for the possibility of all those players getting in the action tonight for Hillsboro. The Bunker Hill Minutemen come in 23-0. AP rates them number 16 in the state in Class A schools. And they have had one outstanding season again this year. And they will start the following lineup. At one guard, a 5'5" junior, Kyle McLaughlin. They call him Mini-Mac. The other guard is Mike Lofka, a 6'1" junior. The forwards are Doug Stagner, a 6'2" senior, and possibly the best player in the entire Mid-Illinois area, 6'3" senior Doug Sauerwein at the other forward. And really they run 3 forwards here at Bunker Hill. The other one is Kevin Wagner, a 5'11" senior. The host Minutemen are about to be introduced here to this, well, not quite a capacity crowd here tonight. And the first man coming out is Lofka, Mike Lofka. Each of these teams at one guard will have the head coach's son. Mark Scheibel, Harlan Scheibel's son, playing at a guard for Hillsboro. And Mike Lofka, Jim Lofka's son, playing at a guard for Bunker Hill. Also tonight for the Minutemen, we do expect to see possibly Jim Schwallenstecker, a 5'11" senior. Also possibly Brad Widener, a 5'10" junior. And Rick Mellentine, a 6'3" senior. All could see action, probably will see some action for Bunker Hill this evening as Sauerwein is introduced to the home crowd. And they have a good contingent of people from Bunker Hill here. Not too bad from Hillsboro tonight, as we are in our semifinal round from Bunker Hill High School in the Class A Regional. Both ball clubs now have been introduced and are back talking to their respective head coaches, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Chevrolet and Daly want to get America rolling again with a $500 bonus on Chevette and Citation, a $700 bonus on Camaro and Monte Carlo. Use it as a down payment or get a check directly from Chevrolet. But hurry, you must buy and take delivery by March the 19th at Daly Chevrolet in Gillespie.
First National Bank of Bunker Hill, a living, growing force in the Bunker Hill community, now has added a trust department to its growing list of banking services. For complete information on trusts, estate handling, now accounts, and more, stop by the First National Bank of Bunker Hill, downtown or at the plaza. Member FDIC.
A print to keep, a print to share for the same price you'd pay for just one print. It's a 2-for-1 processing sale by Colorcraft at Finley's Pharmacy in Hillsboro. A great way to preserve and share memories with family and friends. So take your film to Finley's Pharmacy in downtown Hillsboro and get 2 Colorcraft prints for the price of one.
Well, you got to figure Bunker Hill for the heavy favorite in this basketball game, coming in undefeated on the season, 23-0. But you never know exactly what's going to happen in high school basketball action, and we will find out as this basketball game is about ready to get underway. Reminder, scores and more every morning at 7:30 for you here on FM 106. Spotlight on Sports. We'll have all the action from around the area, all the scores tomorrow morning at 7:30. At center court now, 6'4" freshman Hugh Satterley is out there for the Hilltoppers. And 6'3" senior Doug Sauerwein for Bunker Hill. The Minutemen of the Hilltoppers about ready for 32 minutes of regional basketball from Bunker Hill. The Minutemen take the basketball. Kevin Widener has the tip. He will give it off for McLaughlin. McLaughlin working down to the baseline. They will go now back outside to the top of the key in Lofka. Lofka way down to the baseline, and Stagner inside for Sauerwein. His turnaround jumper is up, won't go, but a foul called. And the foul will be on Mark Scheibel. And fouled in the act of shooting is Doug Sauerwein. So Sauerwein very quickly will be going to the line shooting 2. Doug Sauerwein on our 1979-1980 WSMI FM all-area basketball team. This is the first of a 2-shot foul. He, of course, has a second shot. This one rims out, no good, and so still no score. 7:37 left to play in the first quarter. The Hilltoppers have the basketball for the first time. This will be Gray bringing it across center court, picked up by 2 men, gives it off for Scheibel. Now with the basketball, Mike Marty lobs it back for Scheibel on the near wing. Now to Hobby. Hobby, short jumper off the glass and in. And Alan Hobby puts the Hilltoppers ahead 2-0 early here in the first quarter. Mike Lofka brings it up for Bunker Hill. Works his way to the left side, gives it off to the baseline. Stagner moving in. Short jumper off the side of the rim, no good. Underneath. Tipped out of bounds off the hands of Bunker Hill. And so the Hilltoppers will bring it down with a chance to go ahead 4-0. The pass is in for Gray. Gray to the center court area and Alan Hobby. Now Scheibel on the far side. Giving it off to Gray. Now Hobby. Hobby looking for Marty. Marty working his way at the top of the key. We get a foul called in there on Doug Stagner. Well, check that. They call it a jump ball. They call it a jump ball. Stagner got a hand in there, got a hand in the basketball. Well, Stagner at 6'2", Marty at 6'2" will jump it. Up they go. The tip control by the Hilltoppers. It comes away to Gray. For Scheibel, all alone is Satterley. He lays it up and in. Scheibel saw him. Satterley moving in towards the basket. And the Hilltoppers have a 4-0 lead. Doug Stagner giving it off for Sauerwein. Sauerwein works his way in, puts the left-hander up, no good, but Satterley will be caught on the foul. And again, going to the line is going to be Doug Stagner, Doug Sauerwein, who was 0 for 2 at the line here in the early going. Sauerwein, first one is up and perfect. And Bunker Hill is on the board. They trail it 4-1. 6:34 left to play in the first quarter. And Sauerwein's second shot rims around, won't go. The rebound comes away to Bunker Hill, and putting it up there, Widener can't make the basket. Now we get a jump ball called. Satterley at 6'4". And Widener at 5'11". Will jump it. Up they go. Neither player able to get a tip. They'll jump it again. Either player was able to touch it cleanly. Up they go. This time the tip control by Bunker Hill. And Lofka will give it off. Now they go to the left wing. Back outside at Lofka. Right side at Stagner. Lofka, top of the key, inside for Sauerwein. His short jumper won't go, but the tip is up and good by Kevin Widener. Widener, 5'11", sneaking in there. Amongst the much taller players, able to tip it in. 4-3 our score now. Hillsboro out front of Bunker Hill. Here they come down to Marty. Marty cross court for Hobby. Hobby picked up by Stagner. Now a jumper up by Mark Scheibel. Air ball. Actually, it did finally hit the rim, or rather hit the backboard on the far side. And what's the call going to be? The foul on Gray. Could have gone either way. Could have been a foul, could have been a charge. It'll be charged to David Gray. His first, team's third. Lofka takes the inbound pass. Will give it off for Stagner. Stagner lobbing it inside for Sauerwein. Gets it back. Works the baseline. Now comes back outside. Almost with a steal is Mark Scheibel. Stagner put the long jumper up. Wouldn't go. Satterley's got the rebound for the Hilltoppers. 4-3. Hillsboro leads it. 5.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Here's a steal by Stagner. Stagner driving. Giving it off underneath. Laying it up is Widener. And now Gray starts to bring it up court, picked up with some heavy pressure, lobs it down court for Satterley. Now for Hobby. Hobby lost it, but Scheibel came up with it. Underneath for Satterley. Turnaround jumper up. Hugh Satterley puts it up and in. 6-5 in favor of Hillsboro now. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. And Lofka goes to the baseline with it in Widener. Widener driving in, picked up by a couple of toppers, has to come back outside. Now McLaughlin outside for Lofka. Right wing and Stagner. Again, Lofka out near the top of the key, inside for Sauerwein. His short jumper won't go. They come down. Two people have their hands on the ball. Again, it's going to be Widener and Satterley. Widener, and Satterley. Sauerwein 0 for 4 from the field tonight. And for that matter, he's only 1 for 4 at the line. So Doug Sauerwein having a slow start here in the regional. There's a tip from the jump ball. It's tipped straight out of bounds off the hands of Satterley, and so Bunker Hill will regain control. Lofka brings it in for McLaughlin, and McLaughlin has to work it back outside. Picked up by a couple of toppers, goes to the top of the key, and Lofka. Back to McLaughlin, driving in. McLaughlin looking around, looked for a shot, couldn't find it. Sauerwein now fighting for the ball, finally comes back outside to McLaughlin. Now they go to the right wing and Stagner. Stagner works down to the baseline, comes back outside Lofka. Here they go with Sauerwein again in the lane. He can't make it. 0 for 5 from the line for Sauerwein. Tipped out of bounds off the hands of Bunker Hill. And the Toppers continue to hold on to that 1-point lead. 6-5, 4:17 left to play. First quarter of action. Behind the back goes goes Gray for Scheibel. And out of Hobby. Across center court, Alan Hobby for Scheibel. Or rather for Gray. Gray working in against Stagner. Has to go back outside for Mark Scheibel. Now Scheibel starts to bring it down. Gives it off for Gray. Again, Scheibel. Long jumper up by Mark Scheibel. Won't go, and the rebound comes away to Bunker Hill and Kevin Widener. Kyle McLaughlin will bring it across center court. All alone underneath was Widener breaking to the left side, and Widener laid it up and in. Good play by Bunker Hill there. And Gray will bounce the pass for Mark Scheibel, who brings it across center court. Here's Marty. Marty, short jumper, won't go. He gets his own rebound, gives it off for Satterley, and Satterley's shot won't go. Boy, they had 2 prime chances there. Did the Hilltoppers, and they just couldn't make it go. Both Marty and Satterley had layups, easy layups. The ball would not go through the bucket. Now McLaughlin, long jumper is up and no good for Bunker Hill. The rebound tip, they fight for it, coming away with it is Sauerwein. Back outside for McLaughlin. He works his way in, puts up the jumper, no good. Here's Sauerwein again. Sauerwein's shot won't go. And we get a foul called on Doug Sauerwein. And Sauerwein, first foul. He is very cold. 0 for 6 from the field. 1 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. 7-6, however, Bunker Hill leads it. The Hilltoppers have the basketball. With it is Scheibel. He gives it off for David Gray. Gray picked up by a couple of Bunker Hill Minutemen. Will give it off for Scheibel. Now again to Gray. Gray working his way in. A bounce pass intended for Hobby is stolen in there by Mike Lofka. Turnover number 2 against the Hilltoppers. And McLaughlin brings it back for Bunker Hill. To the right side and Lofka. Deep into the corner they go, and Stagner. Stagner, turnaround jumper now is up by Widener, and it's good. Widener with about an 8-footer on the right side. Turn around, put it in. He's got 8 points. And the biggest lead of the night for Bunker Hill at 3, 9-6. And now Hobby's pass is stolen in there by Lofka again. Turnover number 3 against the Toppers. They lead quickly. Underneath was Widener. He lays it up and in. 10 points for Widener. And now Hillsboro wants a timeout. 2:07 left to play in the first quarter. Our score, Bunker Hill 11, Hillsboro 6. We'll be right back.
It's always fun time at the fully air-conditioned Alleys in Staunton. 10 AMF bowling lanes, lounge and snack bar, widescreen TV, and both pool and foosball. For weekend pleasure, open bowling at the Alleys, 3 blocks west of the junction of West Main and Route 4 in Staunton. For bowling fun, bowl the Alleys in Staunton.
The First National Bank in Staunton is interested in all your financial needs, so pay a visit and see how easy it is to finance a loan. This time of year is a good time to get a great deal on a new car. So to help you with an auto loan, stop by and talk to the friendly people at the First National Bank of Staunton.
Different soil types mean different fertilizer needs. Fillmore Grain Company offers the custom blended dry fertilizer you need. Spreader rental and delivery too, or let Fillmore Grain custom apply for you. Plus a full line of liquid fertilizer and pesticides and service, all priced low at Fillmore Grain Company.
Well, we're back at Bunker Hill High School. The Minutemen now leading Hillsboro 11-6. And while we were away, we were discussing the fact that I've missed the 2 layups that were missed out here by Hillsboro. Either Marty or Satterley had an easy layup. Neither one would go, and that cost them pretty bad, because they now trail it by 5 points. There's a steal in the backcourt by Bunker Hill. A jumper up and no good by Sauerwein, but he's fouled. And on the foul, they're going to charge Alan Hobby, his first. And again, Sauerwein goes to the line. He is shooting 25% tonight. 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Let's see if he's settled down now. There, that one he put right in. Doug Sauerwein now with 2 points in the game. His second shot rolls around and through. 3 points for Doug Sauerwein, and Bunker Hill's lead to 7 now at 13-6. Hobby for Mark Scheibel, now outside for Gray. Again to Hobby on the right wing. That'll be Westbrook in there for Gray now for the Hillsboro Hilltoppers. Now driving is Scheibel. Short jumper is up and in. Mark Scheibel saw the lane open in there, drove in, weaved his way through a little bit of traffic, laid it up. 13-8 our score in favor of Bunker Hill. Baseline long jumper by Stagner is good. Doug Stagner's first points tonight puts the Bunker Hill lead back out to 7 at 15-8. Hobby lobbing it in, and there was a bad pass stolen by Bunker Hill. Kyle McLaughlin coming over to grab it. Turnover number 4 against the Hilltoppers here in the first quarter. And Bunker Hill goes back to work offensively. Stagner putting the short jumper up. Well, it was partially blocked. Partially blocked in there, and coming away with the basketball is Rich Westbrook. Westbrook for Mark Scheibel. Scheibel goes to the far side of the court, and Hobby on near side. Mark Scheibel out near the top of the key, giving it off to the far side again. Now back out for Westbrook. Into the corner they go, and Mike Marty. And now they're trying to go inside for Hobby. Hobby's shot is blocked by Sauerwein. Doug Sauerwein in the lane defensively. Just put a big arm up there and batted that ball down. Bunker Hill comes away with it. And the Minutemen now with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. I thought they were going to just play it out. And now Sauerwein had a nice move. Couldn't make the basket go. And again, he is ice cold from the field. That time a very short jumper. Basically a layup as he drove his way down the baseline. He is 0 for 8. Doug Sauerwein is here in the first quarter. Mike Marty on the near wing. Back outside for Westbrook. Now to the baseline is Satterley. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Short jumper is up off the glass and in by Mark Scheibel. That's the end of our first quarter of play with our score. Bunker Hill 15, Hillsboro 10. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Jacoby Wise, an integral part of Bunker Hill and the surrounding area. Jacoby Wise has been around for almost 98 years. That's almost a century of service. And during that time, Jacoby Wise has offered continued support to community activities. Jacoby Wise in Bunker Hill, proud to be one of the sponsors bringing you tournament basketball action.
White & Brewer Rebuilders can supply the parts you need. New Burco crawler tractor parts, heavy-duty sealed track chains, new lubricated chains, lifetime bottom and top rollers, and more. In stock and ready for immediate pickup at White & Brewer Rebuilders, 5 blocks north of Route 185, Coffeen. Call 217-534-2413.
Chevrolet and Daly want to get America rolling again with a $500 bonus on Chevette and Citation, a $700 bonus on Camaro and Monte Carlo. Use it as a down payment or get a check directly from Chevrolet. But hurry, you must buy and take delivery by March the 19th at Daly Chevrolet in Gillespie.
As we come back, they're on their feet here at Bunker Hill, and the center jump is going to be redone. Satterley and Sauerwein. Satterley at 6'4", Sauerwein 6'3". Tip up, controlled by Bunker Hill. Westbrook has it in the backcourt in the first quarter. Hillsboro shot 50%, 5 of 10 from the field. Bunker Hill 6 of 20 for 30% from the field. There's a pass going down to the baseline at Hobby, intended for Alan Hobby, way over his head and out of bounds. Turnover number 6 against the Hillsboro Hilltoppers. And Lofka will bring it up across center court for Bunker Hill. Oh, behind his back, he went inside for Widener. Now Stagner working inside. There's a shot blocked in there by Hobby. Nice move by Alan Hobby defensively. He came up from the side and blocked that away from Stagner, and the Hilltoppers control. Now Westbrook had a notion to shoot, didn't take it. Now Scheibel will put the long jumper up. It's good. Mark Scheibel with 6 points, 15-12. Once again, the Bunker Hill lead cut to 3. 7:13 left to play in the second quarter. Sauerwein. Now they go to the right side, Stagner. Baseline, Sauerwein. His jumper's up and good. And finally, Doug Sauerwein hits one from the field. He is 1 of 9. 1 of 9 from the field for Doug Sauerwein. And he puts Bunker Hill back out front by 5. It's 17-12. Alan Hobby giving it off for Westbrook. Westbrook starts to drive, now gives it off for Scheibel. Scheibel pulls up, takes the long jumper, good. And Mark Scheibel's got the range now. He's got 8. And 17-14, the Bunker Hill lead cut to 3 once again. Lofka crossing center court, goes far into the right corner. For Stagner, gets it back out near center court. Now to Sauerwein. Sauerwein right side of the lane, puts it up, no good. Off the glass, off the rim, and down to Mike Marty, who grabbed away the rebound. And that is Mike Marty's second rebound here tonight. The Hilltoppers are led by Satterley with 3. Driving is Scheibel. He gives it off. Short jumper up and no good by Alan Hobby. And the rebound comes away to Doug Stagner. Mike Lofka, the point guard for Bunker Hill, will bring it up across center court. Wings it out to the left side of McLaughlin. Now goes down to the baseline and Widener. Back outside McLaughlin, way outside and Lofka. Now Stagner puts up the 20-footer, no good. The rebound comes to Stagner on his way in, puts it up, his shot blocked. We'll get a jump ball. Oh, we're going to get a foul. We get a foul called against Hillsboro, against Satterley. And Stagner isn't shooting much better. He's 2 of 9. He was fouled in the play, though, so he will go to the free throw line. And he is shooting 2. Doug Stagner with 2 points in the game. This one off the rim, no good. And strangely enough, the leading scorer for Bunker Hill in the first half is Kevin Widener with 10 points. Sauerwein and Stagner usually carry most of that load for Bunker Hill. Stagner does convert in the second of the 2 free throws. He's got 3 points tonight. The Bunker Hill lead is 4 now, 18-14. Toppers have a chance to cut the lead to 2 as they bring it down. We are at the end of the gym here at Bunker Hill, so the Hilltoppers move towards us here in the first half. Here's Scheibel pulling up, taking the jumper, and good. Scheibel with 10 points now. And an 18-16 ball game. Bunker Hill leads by 2. Stagner out of the right wing. Tries to work his way in, has to come out to Lofka. Lofka works to the left side of the lane to Sauerwein. Sauerwein puts it up, no good. And again, Doug Sauerwein, ice cold from the field tonight. And the Hilltoppers come down with a chance to tie it. This will be Scheibel down to the baseline and Hobby. Hobby's baseline jumper is good. We're all tied at 18. Alan Hobby, a 6'3 sophomore, puts it in. 18-18 our score. 4:51 left to play in the first half. And the Hilltoppers thus far have given Bunker Hill all they can handle. Widener on the baseline. They come outside for Lofka. Top of the key. Mike Lofka gives it off. Left side baseline jumper. McLaughlin won't go. The rebound comes away to the Toppers. They'll have a chance to go ahead. Alan Hobby gives it off for Westbrook. And Bunker Hill backs off. They look like they're going to a man-to-man. Now they'll come back to this side of the court. And wait for the Toppers to come down. Westbrook had a notion to shoot, held up. Goes to Mark Scheibel, gets it back. Now he puts the jumper up. It rims out, no good. The rebound is Satterley. His shot won't go. And away with the rebound is Mike Lofka. Lofka picked up by Westbrook. Goes deep into the corner and Stagner. Now they go to Sauerwein. Sauerwein working his way around Satterley. Puts a shot up, no good. We'll get a foul call on Hugh Satterley. And Jim Schwallenstecker, a 5'11 senior, will check in. And out is Doug Stagner. At the line, Doug Sauerwein, 6'3 senior. 3 for 6 the line tonight. First one is up and good. 6 points for Sauerwein. In the field tonight, he is 1 of 12. 1 of 12. You heard it right. His second shot also good from the line. So he's making up for it now at the line. 5 of 8, including his last 4. 20-18. Bunker Hill leads by 2. We're less than 4 minutes now left to play in the second quarter. Alan Hobby will give it off for Mike Marty. Marty's got some room, takes the shot, cans it. And once again, we're tied at 20. And Mike Lofka will bring it down for Bunker Hill. Works to the left side of the lane, gives it off for Sauerwein. Sauerwein, short jumper, is up and good. Second field goal for Sauerwein tonight. But he's got 9 points. Now Alan Hobby brings it down right into the lane, puts it up. The short jumper is good. And Al Hobby's got 6 points now. Once again tied at 22 all. This young Hilltoppers team will remind you one more time, they start 3 sophomores, a freshman, and a junior. Now Lofka takes his first shot of the evening. No good. The rebound comes away to Mark Scheibel, and the Hilltoppers have a chance to go ahead. Just under 3 minutes to play, first half from Bunker Hill. On their center court, Rich Westbrook works his way to the left side. Now he goes far side. Now Marty on the baseline. Mike Marty's shot is good. And Mike Marty puts the Hilltoppers ahead, 24-22. Just about 2.5 minutes now left to play first half. And a foul's going to be called on Rich Westbrook. Westbrook reaching in on Mike Lofka. And Westbrook picks up foul number 1 in the game. And that is team foul number 6. Of course, they're in the bonus situation. Bunker Hill's only been charged with 1 foul tonight. At the line is Mike Lofka. His first shot, didn't waste any time, just put it right up there. And I like guys that do that. They don't waste a lot of time dribbling the ball, put it down. They get set, put the ball up. There he goes. He makes both of them. 24-24 our score. 2.5 minutes now exactly left to play in the basketball game. Inside for Marty. Marty's turnaround jumper is up off the glass and in. And the Toppers are finding the open man now all around the lane, all around the basket. They're always having an open man every time down court. Lofka in the lane for Sauerwein. His left-hander is up and good. And now Sauerwein is starting to hit, working his way in that lane. 26 all. 2 minutes left to play first half. Westbrook. For Scheibel, gets it back. Jumper is up. And no good. They fight for the rebound inside. A foul call on Satterley. Satterley will get called for coming over Doug Sauerwein. Foul number 3 on Satterley. Yeah, the Hilltoppers need him in there because he and Scheibel each have 4 rebounds. The Toppers right now with 10 rebounds. 9 for Bunker Hill. At the line once again, Doug Sauerwein. Already 8 shots tonight. He misses this one. He's now 5 of 9 from the line. And no damage to Hillsboro with that foul. Still tied at 26 all. Javi goes outside for Westbrook. The Toppers look like they're going to try and set something up here. Get a good shot. Scheibel. Back to the other side he goes to Westbrook. Westbrook motions to Javi, but then comes back to Scheibel. Scheibel dribbles down to the baseline and comes back out for Marty. Way outside now, Rich Westbrook. Under center court, starts to drive, comes in, puts the jumper up, off the back of the rim, no good. The rebound comes away to Sauerwein for Bunker Hill. He quickly goes to Lofka. Mike Lofka brings it up court. Goes to the left wing in McLaughlin. Now Sauerwein working his way in. He is fouled by Alan Hobby. As Hobby tried to go up with him and block the shot. Carl Lindbergh now. Let's check that. Neil Stanton will check in for Hugh Satterley. And the freshman checks out with 4 points in the game, 5 rebounds, and played a very, very strong game. You got to remember that kid is a freshman out there with all these seniors. Sauerwein's first shot is no good. And his shooting problems really continue tonight. He is 5 of 10 at the free throw line, make him now 6 of 11. He's got 12 points. As coming in is Kent Lovelace, and Alan Hobby will check out. Sauerwein, 15 shots. He's taken 15. He's 3 of 15 from the field tonight, and 6 of 11 from the line. 27-26. Bunker Hill out front by 1. Set to the corner, and Kent Lovelace. Lovelace's baseline jumper won't go. The rebound tipped, and tipped again. Finally, Mike Marty's got the basketball. And it was hit off Mike Lofka and out of bounds, and so the Hilltoppers will control. Right below us, Rich Westbrook will inbound it. And he brings it in deep for Lovelace. Now Mark Scheibel, 50 seconds left to play first half. 27-26 Bunker Hill. Kent Lovelace, or rather, Lovelace with the basketball. Outside for Westbrook. Out near center court, which Westbrook will look for something to happen. Works his way into the lane, puts the short jumper up. It won't go. With a rebound is Mike Lofka. Lofka brings it back quickly across center court, far right side, and Widener. Lobbing it underneath, intended for Schwallenstecker, but he couldn't get a hand on it, lost out of bounds. So once again, with 24 seconds, The Hilltoppers have the basketball and a chance to get the lead at halftime. Rich Westbrook will walk it up towards center court. Takes his time. Gets across center to Mark Scheibel. Now he's got it back. Going inside for Marty. Marty trying to hit Neil Stanton inside. And it tipped out of bounds off the hands of Bunker Hill. 11 seconds are on the clock in the first half. Westbrook brings it in for Lovelace. Lovelace from the baseline. The 10-footer is up and no good. And a foul called on Sauerwein. Sauerwein, an elbowing call. Elbowing Mark Scheibel in there. We'll check that. The call against McLaughlin. Is that right? Foul number 1 on McLaughlin. No bonus situation. Only the second foul in the first half against Bunker Hill. Now, long jumper up by Scheibel. Won't go. The rebound comes away to Sauerwein. He quickly leads for Lofka, but that's it in the first half. What a ball game. Our score, Bunker Hill 27, Hillsboro 26. And we will be back after these messages to recap our first half and get ready for what should be an outstanding second half of basketball. Once again, our halftime score, the Minutemen of Bunker Hill 27, the Hilltoppers of Hillsboro 26.
First National Bank of Bunker Hill, a living, growing force in the Bunker Hill community, now has added a trust department to its growing list of banking services. For complete information on trusts, estate handling, now accounts, and more, stop by the First National Bank of Bunker Hill, downtown or at the plaza. Member FDIC.
What a great way to preserve all those family memories on film. Just take your film to Finley's Pharmacy and get 2 for the price of 1, professionally done by Colorcraft. Family reunions, vacations, and special occasions. A print for yourself, a print to share. 2 for 1 Colorcraft pictures at Finley's Pharmacy in downtown Hillsboro. Ladies, polish up your bowling ball and your bowling skills. The George Costa Ladies Team Tournament is planned for mid-March at the Alleys in Staunton. For complete information about how to enter, call the Alleys. That's the George Costa Ladies Team Tournament, mid-March at the Alleys in Staunton. Don't miss it.
We are back at Bunker Hill High School, 27-26, an outstanding first half. And we'll run down very quickly for you. Scoring-wise, Sauerwein leads Bunker Hill with 12, but his big story is that he is 3 of 15 from the field, and he is 6 of 11 at the free throw line. So you got to think Doug Sauerwein came in here a little tight, and we'll see if he can work himself out in the second half. Also, Kevin Widener's got 10 points, 3 for Doug Stagner, 2 for Mike Lofka. Bunker Hill turned it over 3 times in the first half. They shot 9 of 15 from the free throw line. They had rebounds, 4, 7, 8, 12 rebounds in the first half. 4 for Sauerwein, 4 for Widener. They lead the team. And percentage-wise, they shot terribly in the first half, quite frankly. 28%, 30% in the first quarter on 6 of 20. Only 3 of 12 in the second quarter to drop it below 30% to 28%. For Hillsboro, they're led in scoring by Mark Scheibel, who's pumped for 10 points. Boy found himself a spot just to the right side of the key, and he was really hitting from there most of the first half. He's got 10 points, 6 for Alan Hobby, 6 for Mike Marty, 4 for Hugh Satterley, 6 turnovers against Hillsboro in the first half, 4, 5, 6, 11 rebounds, and they are led in rebounding by Hugh Satterley with 5. Mark Scheibel's got 4. Toppers shot 5 of 10 in the first quarter for 50%, just under 50 at 8 for 17. In the second quarter, they're shooting 48% on 13 of 27 for the game. But the Hilltoppers, frankly, are giving Bunker Hill all they can handle here in the first half. And you got to remember that Hillsboro starts 3 sophomores, a freshman, and a junior. Against the team in Bunker Hill, it's got 3 seniors starting and 2 juniors, a veteran team. And the Hilltoppers have played very, very well. We are not too far away from our second half. It's about 15 seconds or so by the clock. And the story of the game is undoubtedly the very poor shooting of Bunker Hill here in the first half. At just 28%, that has really hurt him. In the foul situation, Hillsboro only whistled, or rather, Bunker Hill only whistled twice in the first half, once on Sauerwein and once on McLaughlin. And Hillsboro not going to line at all in the first half. I'm not, by any means, criticizing the officiating, because I can't think offhand of any glaring fouls that weren't called. I'm not saying it was a poorly called game, but Hilltoppers are not going to the line at all. Now they come out for the second half. Scheibel comes out along with Westbrook, Hugh Satterley, Alan Hobby, and Mike Marty. So we replaced one sophomore with a junior, so we got 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman out there for Hillsboro. Sauerwein is out for Bunker Hill, Stagner, Widener, Lofka, and McLaughlin. The 5 starters are out for Bunker Hill. Tip is controlled by Mike Marty of Hillsboro. 27-26 our score in favor of Bunker Hill as we start the second half. Right side in Westbrook. He goes cross court. Now deep into the corner they go, and Hobby. Hobby tried to hit Satterley underneath. The pass overthrown. And back will come Bunker Hill very quickly. Lofka going inside for Sauerwein. Sauerwein's turnaround jumper is up and good. Sauerwein, the leading scorer in the game, with 14 points. Back will come Westbrook for Hillsboro. Scheibel, nice pass as he didn't even look. Gave it off for Satterley. Hugh Satterley puts it up and in. 6 for Hugh Satterley. And we've got an official's timeout at the far end of the floor. Someone has lost something. You'd have to guess contact lens at this point, the way they are staring at the floor. Now they check and see if it's in the eye. Now one of the cheerleaders has found it. And that would appear to be Widener that lost the contact lens. One of the cheerleaders came over, picked it up, and handed it to him. And he'll take down, hold up for a minute, give a little repair, put the contact lens back in. And we're ready to go. 7:16 left to play, third quarter. 29-28. Bunker Hill over Hillsboro in a very tightly contested regional semifinal basketball game. Here's a foul call on Mike Marty. Mike Marty trying to work his way over and get it away from McLaughlin. The pass intended for McLaughlin. He got the basketball. Marty got the foul. Team foul number 1 against Hillsboro here in the second half. And Bunker Hill brings it in for Lofka. To McLaughlin on the far side. McLaughlin, baseline. Jumper is up by Widener. No good. The rebound grabbed off by Alan Hobby. Hobby leads it for Scheibel. Scheibel for Rich Westbrook, and Rich will take his time, bring it up center court. Works his way now to the left side. And Hobby. Now Scheibel on the left wing. Mark Scheibel, long jumper is up off the rim. No good. The rebound grabbed away in there by Lofka. And Lofka will bring it down court. Bunker Hill coming towards us here in the second half. Hillsboro going the other way. Sauerwein, turnaround left-hander, up and no good. The rebound away for Hugh Satterley. 29-28. Bunker Hill, cold shooting still. Unable to take advantage of all the extra shots they've taken in this game. The long jumper from the baseline, up and good by Alan Hobby, and the Hilltoppers have the lead at 30-29. And it's a little early yet, but you almost start thinking shocking upset as Hillsboro's got the lead, 30-29, 6 minutes even. Now left to play third quarter. Here's Sauerwein working his way in. Left-hander's up and good. 16 now for Doug Sauerwein. 31-30. Bunker Hill leads it. The Hilltoppers go back on the offense. Oh, Marty had a chance if he could have hung on to the pass to spin around and put it in, but he lost the basketball. Turnover number 8 against the Hilltoppers. Stagner giving it outside for Lofka. Gets it back right below us. Lobs it inside for Widener. Back outside Lofka. Lofka just able to save it before it goes over the timeline. Now Sauerwein puts the 15-footer up and good. Sauerwein with 18 points. You know, we've not had a timeout called in this game yet by either team. Just good basketball being played. And we've got a timeout. Call timeout on the floor. 5:10 left to play in the third quarter. Our score, Bunker Hill 33, Hillsboro 30. We'll be back after these.
The First National Bank in Staunton is interested in all your financial needs, so pay a visit and see how easy it is to finance a loan. This time of year is a good time to get a great deal on a new car. So to help you with an auto loan, stop by and talk to the friendly people at the First National Bank of Staunton.
Different soil types mean different fertilizer needs. Fillmore Grain Company offers the custom blended dry fertilizer you need. Spreader rental and delivery too, or let Fillmore Grain Custom apply for you. Plus a full line of liquid fertilizer and pesticides and service, all priced low at Fillmore Grain Company.
Yes, I heard you. We're back at Bunker Hill, and inbounding are the Hilltoppers. They bring it in for Alan Hobby, and now Mark Scheibel has it way out of the right wing. Rich Westbrook driving into the lane, trying to give it off for Marty. The pass stolen in there by Sauerwein. For number 9 against the Hilltoppers, third one here in the second half. Inside, Doug Sauerwein. 3 men are on him. Boy, they sagged right in on him. He couldn't get a shot away, but a foul's going to be called on Rich Westbrook. Reaching in, foul number 2 against Rich Westbrook. Second team foul here in the second half against the Toppers. For Bunker Hill, Lofka working his way to the top of the key, gives it off to Stagner. Stagner, far side, he goes to McLaughlin. Now Stagner on the near wing. They go inside, Sauerwein. Turnaround jumper by Sauerwein is up and good. 20 points now for Doug Sauerwein, who reminds you he's not shot well at all from the field tonight. 7 of 20. 7 of 20. They improved considerably in the second half. And Stagner almost able to save a steal. It was called out of bounds. And for the Hilltoppers now, David Gray will check back in. A 5'7" sophomore. Rich Westbrook will go out. Gray brings it in for Scheibel in the backcourt, and Mark will cross it over the timeline. Looks around, comes back out for Gray. Gray works his way to the left side of the lane. Goes to the baseline and Hobby. Hobby trying to drive, has it batted away by Sauerwein. Sauerwein controls. 35-30. Bunker Hill leads by 5. Stagner has the ball out of the left wing. Sauerwein, this time from the right side. Left side, puts it up and in. He went to the opposite side, the near left side, and put it in. Same shot. He's working just inside the free throw line along the sides of the lane. Now a long pass intended for Satterley is stolen by Bunker Hill. And Bunker Hill suddenly up by 7. A chance to improve on that. McLaughlin's long jumper won't go. And Alan Hobby will work with the basketball, goes out of bounds, and Harlan Scheibel wants a timeout. 3:32 left to play, third quarter. Our score, Bunker Hill 37, Hillsboro 30. We'll be right back.
Landreth Lumber Company, an established building materials dealer, has served West Central Illinois for the past 25 years. Landreth's full line of lumber and allied building materials ensures construction and remodeling needs at the area's most reasonable prices. For fast, efficient, courteous service, call Landreth Lumber in Bunker Hill or Litchfield.
White and Brewer Rebuilders in Coffeen can supply the parts you need. New Burco crawler tractor parts for Caterpillar, Fiat Alice, International, J.I. Case, and John Deere. All in stock and ready for immediate pickup. Call area code 217-534-2413. White and Brewer Rebuilders, 5 blocks north of Route 185 in Coffeen.
We're back at Bunker Hill. The Minutemen leading the Hilltoppers 37-30. 3:32 left to play in the third quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, was not Hillsboro leading 30-29? Bunker Hill's reeled off 8 consecutive points. And they're into a full court press now as the Hilltoppers bring it up. Gray working up against 2 men. Hey, nice move as he worked his way around. Gave it off for Marty. Alan Hobby, and now Gray driving in, giving it off right side. Hobby takes 12-footer up, rims around, no good. Satterley on a rebound and shot blocked. Turnover number 12 against the Hilltoppers. 6 of them here in the third quarter. Now Hobby coming over to make a steal. The ball called off his hand or off his foot. And Bunker Hill will retain control. They lob it in for Lofka. Now Stagner working into Sauerwein. Sauerwein back outside. Lofka from the free throw line. Puts it up around. Won't go. The rebound comes away to Mark Scheibel for Hillsboro. The Toppers bring it up. They need to get back in it, trailing it by 7. They were down 1 at the half. And now pass. Almost stolen. Scheibel came away with the basketball. Put up the shot. Couldn't make it go. He had a bad angle underneath the basket. And Bunker Hill goes back on the attack to Sauerwein. Sauerwein, baseline jumper is up and no good. The rebound tipped up. A foul called, I believe, on Doug Stagner. The call is on Stagner. That is his first in the game. And the first call in the second half against Bunker Hill. Hilltoppers have had only 2 fouls called against them here in the second half. Hobby for Scheibel, Scheibel for Gray, and David Gray will bring it up across center court. Works his way into the key. Count. And a couple of important free throws here. Shooting 2 is Hugh Satterley, the freshman. First one is up and perfect. Satterley with 7 points, and now Schwallenstecker will check back in. Widener comes out. Satterley will shoot his second with a 2-shot foul. Cut the Bunker Hill lead to 2 if he can make it. No good. The rebound tipped out of bounds. Hillsboro will control. Off the hands of Bunker Hill. And Gray goes to bring it in. Gray to Scheibel. Mark had a notion to take the shot, then held up. Outside for Gray. The Toppers look to set something up. Far side and Hobby. Top of the key. Now left side and Scheibel. Scheibel driving in. Gives it off for Gray. We'll get a foul call on Schwallenstecker. For 1 on Schwallenstecker. 3rd team foul against Bunker Hill here in the second half. Hilltoppers inbounded. They bring it in for Mike Marty. Marty will give it off for Gray, and Gray starts to work his way in. Has to hold up, goes to the right side, and Alan Hobby. Now they try to lob it in for Satterley. Satterley can't get control of it. They fight for it. Finally coming up with it is Bunker Hill. McLaughlin will cross center court. And now driving with it is Stagner. Stagner moves it in, takes the shot off the glass. No good. A foul call on Schwallenstecker. A minute 23 left to play in the third quarter. Hillsboro 37. They're trailing 37-31. The Toppers will inbound, a chance to cut the lead to 4. And also another foul against Bunker Hill will put Hillsboro in the bonus. And there it is. As McLaughlin is called for reaching in, and Jim Lofka's up off the bench. He's a little hot about that one. And now going to the line, shooting 1-1 is David Gray. So the Toppers now with a chance to cut back into this Bunker Hill lead by going to the free throw line. They're in the bonus situation. Bunker Hill isn't. At the line, Dave Gray, 5'7" sophomore, has not yet scored the basketball game. Shooting 1-1. The first one is up, no good. The rebound comes away to Bunker Hill and Doug Sauerwein. And as Lofka comes across center court, Jim Lofka wants the timeout. 1:09 left to play in the third quarter. With timeout on the floor, our score is Bunker Hill 37, Hillsboro 31.
Chevrolet and Daly want to get America rolling again with a $500 bonus on Chevette and Citation, a $700 bonus on Camaro and Monte Carlo. Use it as a down payment or get a check directly from Chevrolet. But hurry, you must buy and take delivery by March the 19th at Daly Chevrolet in Gillespie.
First National Bank of Bunker Hill, a living, growing force in the Bunker Hill community, now has added a trust department to its growing list of banking services. For complete information on trusts, estate handling, now accounts, and more, stop by the First National Bank of Bunker Hill, downtown or at the plaza. Member FDIC.
We are back at Hillsboro, at Bunker Hill High School, where Hillsboro and Bunker Hill are battling it out in a semifinal game to reach the championship game of this Class A Bunker Hill Regional. The Hilltoppers have really played maybe as well as can it be expected. They trail by 6 at this point. This is an undefeated basketball team in Bunker Hill, 23-0. 58 seconds left to play. Third quarter turnaround jumper by Sauerwein won't go, and the rebound comes away to Mark Scheibel. So again, the Toppers come down with a chance to cut the lead to 4. And some very mediocre to poor Bunker Hill shooting has kept the Minutemen down in this game. There's a pass trying to go inside, stolen by Sauerwein. And that is turnover number 8 here in this third quarter against the Hilltoppers. They only had 6 in the entire first half. Lofka and McLaughlin will play catch with it now. 30 seconds, 29 seconds left to play. They'll run some time down in this third quarter. Try and get the last shot. Schwallenstecker for Sauerwein. Sauerwein working his way around. Now gives it outside for Lofka. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. To Stagner. Stagner picked up by Alan Hobby. Looks for help. Gives it off to McLaughlin. Now Lofka, 5 seconds. 4, he gives it off. They may not get a shot away. Baseline jumper by Stagner. A poor shot. He doesn't come away with it. That's the end of our third quarter with a score. Bunker Hill 37, Hillsboro 31. We'll be back in a minute with our fourth quarter.
A print to keep, a print to share. For the same price you'd pay for just one print. It's a 2-for-1 processing sale by Colorcraft at Finley's Pharmacy in Hillsboro. A great way to preserve and share memories with family and friends. So take your film to Finley's Pharmacy in downtown Hillsboro and get 2 Colorcraft prints for the price of one.
It's always fun time at the fully air-conditioned Alleys in Staunton. 10 AMF bowling lanes, lounge and snack bar, widescreen TV, and both pool and foosball. For weekend pleasure, open bowling at the Alleys, 3 blocks west of the junction of West Main and Route 4 in Staunton. For bowling fun, bowl the Alleys in Staunton.
The First National Bank in Staunton is interested in all your financial needs, so pay a visit and see how easy it is to finance a loan. This time of year is a good time to get a great deal on a new car. So to help you with an auto loan, stop by and talk to the friendly people at the First National Bank of Staunton.
Quarter, Hillsboro shot 2 of 6. And Bunker Hill 5 of 13. Bunker Hill in the night now. 14 of 45? Well, let me we'll check that for you in a minute. As Hillsboro gets it over and back call. After coming up with a tip, it calls for over and back. Turnover number 9 in the second half against Hillsboro, and number 15 for the game. 37-31. Bunker Hill leads it with 7:51 left to play. Doug Stagner, baseline jumper, is up and good. And Stagner just 5 points tonight. But an 8-point Bunker Hill lead now at 39-31. Alan Hobby starts to drive, goes behind his back for Mark Scheibel. And now Scheibel's trying to go. We'll get a jump ball. Schwallenstecker at 5'11". And Scheibel at 5'11". Or 5'10". 5'10" Mark Scheibel, 5'11" Jim Schwallenstecker. Up they go. The tip. Out of bounds. Saved by Bunker Hill. They save it for Scheibel. Scheibel's shot is up. Won't go, but he's fouled. And the foul is called on Schwallenstecker. And going to the line will be Scheibel. First time at the line tonight for Mark. And he is shooting 2. First one is up and good. Scheibel now with 11 points, the leading scorer for the Hilltoppers. That is his first point of the second half. And the second one is also good. 12 points now for Mark Scheibel. The Hillsboro trails it by 6 at 39-33. McLaughlin for Sauerwein. Sauerwein works his way around Satterley, but his shot is partially blocked in there. We get a foul called against Hillsboro on Mike Marty. Number 2 on Marty, and no bonus yet, so Bunker Hill will just inbound. Mike Lofka brings it into the baseline, and Sauerwein, his jumper is up and good, and a chance for a 3-point play. 24 points for Doug Sauerwein now. And the foul charge to Mike Marty. Number 3 on Marty. At the line, Sauerwein shooting 1, trying for the 3-point play. He's 6 of 11 tonight. Make him now 7 of 12 for 25 points for Doug Sauerwein. 42-33, Bunker Hill with their biggest lead of the night. It's 9 points. The Hilltoppers been hanging in there for a long time. They need some points now to get back in it. Left-hander is up and no good by Scheibel. Bunker Hill's got the rebound. Back come the Minutemen. Lofka will bring it up. He gives it off for Stagner. Now into the lane as Schwallenstecker tries a reverse layup. Can't make it go. Marty saves it, but it's controlled by Bunker Hill. Lofka for Sauerwein. Sauerwein turns, puts it up, no good. The rebound for Scheibel, a foul called on Stagner. And on Doug Stagner, that is foul number 2 in the game. And again, Sauerwein has taken 26 shots in this game. And he's 9 of 26. 9 of 26 in the field. Shooting just better than 33%, I guess. About 35%. At the line, Mark Scheibel, 2 for 2. Important free throws. The Hillsboro's going to get back in it. And it's no good. The rebound tipped around, and here's Scheibel coming up over the back. One of the Bunker Hill Minutemen. 6.5 minutes are all that remains in regulation time. It's 28%. And going to the line is Kyle McLaughlin. They call him Mini-Mac here at Bunker Hill. He's 5'5", and he's shooting 1 and 1. The first one is up and good. His first point of the game. And that gives Bunker Hill's biggest lead of the night at 10, 43-33. And his second one is also good. 11-point Bunker Hill lead, 44-33, just under 6.5 minutes to play. And the Hilltoppers got to start hitting some baskets. They've only scored 7 points in the second half. Alan Hobby to the left side of the lane, outside for Gray. Now deep in the corner in Scheibel. Gray out on the right side. Looks around, bounces one over for Hobby. Hobby takes the long jumper, and it won't go. They fight for the rebound underneath, tipped off the hands, I believe, of Doug Stagner. Now Westbrook will check in, and out will come David Gray. And the Hilltoppers are inbounding. Westbrook to the baseline, puts it in. Scheibel's jumper is up and good. Mark Scheibel with 14 now for the Hilltoppers. 44-35. The Bunker Hill lead is cut to 9. Doug Stagner for Bunker Hill has double pressure on him, and they call a foul on Mark Scheibel. That's number 3 on Mark Scheibel. And going to the line will be Doug Stagner, shooting 1 and 1. He is 1 for 2 at the line tonight. And the first one is up and good. Once again, a 10-point Bunker Hill lead, 45-35. And Stagner also makes the second one to bring the lead back out to 11 at 46-35. For Hillsboro, Scheibel has the basketball on the left side, goes deep into the wing. And Alan Hobby. Hobby's pass deflected, but saved by Westbrook. Now driving is Scheibel. Scheibel up on a short jumper off the backboard and in. Mark's got 16. And Bunker Hill brings it back up to the Minutemen. Mike Lofka, top of the key. One hands a pass stolen by Mike Marty. First turnover against Bunker Hill in the second half. Only 4 in the game against the Minutemen. Now a pass intended inside for Mike Marty, tipped off the hands of Schwallenstecker. And now for Hillsboro, Jason Brown, a 6'2 junior, will check in. Alan Hobby will check out. Hobby 8 points in the basketball game. Also got a couple of rebounds. Now a short jumper by Scheibel won't go off the left side of the rim. Gets it back, puts it up, air ball, grabbed in there, fired back up by Brown. Or by Satterley. Satterley goes down. No foul called, and now back comes Bunker Hill. Stagner driving, shot won't go. Rimmed in and out. And Bunker Hill has been snake bit from the field tonight. Driving is Scheibel. Pulls up, takes the jumper, rolls around and through. Mark Scheibel now with 18 points. The lead cut to 7, 46-39. Lofka will bring it up for Bunker Hill. Mike Lofka drives into the lane, has the ball grabbed by Satterley, but a foul called as he drove in. And that's going to be called against Rich Westbrook. Number 3 on Rich Westbrook. And at the line will be Mike Lofka for the first time tonight. Well, let's check that. He has been there once before. He's 2 for 2 at the line. First one is up and good. He earns the bonus shot. And a chance to put his team back out front by 9. And he cans the second one, too. 4 points for Mike Lofka, all on free throws. And Bunker Hill leads it again by 9 at 48-39. Scheibel, the ball taken away by Stagner, but reaching in, Stagner will pick up the foul. Or did he tip it out of bounds? I guess he must have tipped it out of bounds. No foul on the play. Driving is Westbrook. Gives it off left side, and Brown. Now Scheibel. Jumper is up, around, and in. Mark Scheibel with 20 points now in the basketball game. Second leading scorer to Sauerwein, 25. Sauerwein works his way in, turns around, puts it up and good. And Harlan Scheibel wants a timeout. 3:43 left to play in regulation time. We'll break with our score. Bunker Hill 50, Hillsboro 41.
Different soil types mean different fertilizer needs. Fillmore Grain Company offers the custom blended dry fertilizer you need. Spreader rental and delivery too, or let Fillmore Grain custom apply for you. Plus a full line of liquid fertilizer and pesticides and service, all priced low at Fillmore Grain Company.
16 minutes after 9 o'clock, and you're listening to WSMI FM Litchfield.
Jacoby Wise, an integral part of Bunker Hill and the surrounding area. Jacoby Wise has been around for almost 98 years. That's almost a century of service. And during that time, Jacoby Wise has offered continued support to community activities. Jacoby Wise in Bunker Hill, proud to be one of the sponsors bringing you tournament basketball action.
Tony Taylor back at Bunker Hill High School. The Minutemen leading Hillsboro 50-41. 9-point lead, 3:43 left to play. And Kent Lovelace in the game now for the Hilltoppers. They'll bring it in for Scheibel. Scheibel brings it up across center court. Also in is Stanton. Stanton's turnaround jumper in the lane, way up. He really skied it up there, and it was good. He had to get it up to get it over Sauerwein. It looked like it went straight up in the air, but it came through. As Arlen Scheibel brings his shooters into the game to try and get some points on the board. He's trailing by 7 now, 50-43. Lofka for Schwanenstecker. Schwanenstecker, nice move to the baseline, lays it up and in. There was a well-run play, and give the credit to Mike Lofka, the point guard, spotting Schwanenstecker in there and hitting him with a quick pass. Lovelace drives into the lane, puts the jumper up, around, won't go. The rebound comes away to Bunker Hill and Doug Stagner. 52-43, Bunker Hill by 9, less than 3 minutes now to play in regulation time. Lofka for the basketball for the Minutemen. Giving it off for Schwanenstecker. He's fouled in there by Kent Lovelace. Foul number 1 on Lovelace. And Hillsboro's going to bring Eric Burkett in, a 5'8 sophomore. And checking out is Jason Brown. And at the line is going to be Mike Lofka, 4 for 4 at the line tonight. First one is up off the back of the rim, no good. Sauerwein got the rebound, puts it up left-handed, and also draws the foul for the three-point attempt. 29 now for Sauerwein. The foul on Lovelace. His second. And at the line, Sauerwein. 7 of 12 at the line for Sauerwein, make him 8 of 13, give him 30 points. Back comes Scheibel, left wing and Lovelace. The Toppers behind by 12 now, 55-43. Going to the baseline, they were trying to get it into Stanton. And Sauerwein grabbed it away. Stanton reached in and picked up the personal foul. And once again, as they come down, Sauerwein will go to the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1. I mentioned before, 8 of 13 is the line for Sauerwein tonight. First one off the front of the rim, no good. The rebound fought for, saved by Mark Scheibel just before it went out of bounds. A 12-point Bunker Hill lead. The Toppers' work has really gone out for them now with 2:20 left to play. They try to go inside, stolen away there by Sauerwein. Turnover number 16 against the Hilltoppers, number 10 in the second half. Back comes Bunker Hill. Stagner outside for Lofka. Now they go inside Sauerwein. Puts it to the floor, now puts it up and good. Suddenly Sauerwein's got 32 points, but still he's taken 29 shots in this game. And he is 12 of 29. Much improved over how he started, though. He was about 1 of 12 at one time. Long jumper up and good by Mark Scheibel. 22 for Mark Scheibel now. but he can't bring his team any closer than 12 points at 57-45. Ahmed at 36. Sauerwein with the basketball. Oh, his pass was intended out there. Lofka stolen by Hillsboro. Now Schwanenstecker hits the rim. Or hits the side of the basket, I guess. On a pass intended cross court for Stagner. The Hilltoppers going to the far end of the court here in the second half. Bring it in. Westbrook crosses center court. Right side and Burkett. Now in the corner, way outside is Mark Scheibel. He can't get a shot away out there. The ball kicked out of bounds by Stagner. Scheibel takes the inbounds pass, goes back to Westbrook. Traveling call on Rich Westbrook. Carl Lindbergh checks in now for the Hilltoppers. Coming out is Mike Marty. Marty checks out with 6 points in the game and 4 rebounds. And remember, he's just a sophomore. Also in for Hillsboro, Gary Hunchy. A very, very young Hillsboro team is going to be a team to be reckoned with in the next couple of years. 57-45. Bunker Hill's lead is 12. They go to the baseline, Schwanenstecker. He goes outside for McLaughlin. A foul called on Mark Scheibel. Number 4 on Mark Scheibel. 50 seconds, all that remains in the game. And Bunker Hill is going to win it now and go into the championship game on Friday night. Rick Mellentine will check in, and Doug Sauerwein goes out with 32 points. However, statistically, 12 of 29 from the floor. He had 6 rebounds, and he was 8 of 14 from the free throw line. The first shot is up and good by McLaughlin. He's 3 for 3 at the line. All 3 of his points in the basketball game coming from the line. And he's got a second one. This one rims out. No good. Tip control by Carl Lindbergh. And Westbrook will bring it down for the Hilltoppers. To the top of the key. Trying to go inside for Hunchy. Off his hands and out of bounds. A reminder, we'll have a quick post-game show for you right after the game. So you know all the statistics, and then reminder, all the scores and more tomorrow morning at 7:30 here on FM 106. Outside, this will be McLaughlin working his way back and forth, trying to find some room now. Gives it off for Mellentine. Mellentine. Far side and Lofka. Now outside Schwanenstecker. 14 seconds. 13 seconds. Schwanenstecker. Going cross court with it. Gives it off for McLaughlin. And Bunker Hill just trying to run the time off the court. Now all alone is Mellentine. He lays it up and in. 1 second, that's it. Our final, Bunker Hill 58, Hillsboro. They'll make it 60, Hillsboro 45. And we'll be back in 60 seconds to recap the game.
White and Brewer Rebuilders can supply the parts you need. New Burkle crawler tractor parts, heavy-duty sealed track chains, new lubricated chains, lifetime bottom and top rollers, and more. In stock and ready for immediate pickup at White and Brewer Rebuilders, 5 blocks north of Route 185, Coffeen. Call 217-534-2413.
Chevrolet and Daly want to get America rolling again with a $500 bonus on Chevette and Citation, a $700 bonus on Camaro and Monte Carlo. Use it as a down payment or get a check directly from Chevrolet. But hurry, you must buy and take delivery by March the 19th at Daly Chevrolet in Gillespie.
First National Bank of Bunker Hill, a living, growing force in the Bunker Hill community, now has added a trust department to its growing list of banking services. For complete information on trusts, estate handling, now accounts, and more, stop by the First National Bank of Bunker Hill, downtown or at the plaza. Member FDIC.
Back at Bunker Hill High School, some quick statistics now in the basketball game. At the end of the first quarter, it was Bunker Hill 15, Hillsboro 10. The Hilltoppers cut that lead to 1 at halftime, 27-26. Bunker Hill moved back down to a 6-point lead at the end of 3, 37-31. And then pulled away at the end to win it by 60-45. The Minutemen go to 24-0 on the year. They go to the championship game coming up on Friday night here at Bunker Hill. The Hilltoppers drop to 8-18. For the Hilltoppers, they were led in scoring by Mark Scheibel, 22 points. 8 points for Alan Hobby, 7 for Hugh Satterley, 6 for Mike Marty, and they were 3 of 5 from the free throw line, turned the ball over 18 times in the game, 12 of them in the second half. Rebound-wise, 7 for Mark Scheibel, 7 for Hugh Satterley, 4 for Mike Marty, a couple for Alan Hobby, 1 for David Gray, 1 for Carl Lindbergh, 24 total team rebounds, 25 make it. And in the game, Hillsboro shot 47% on 21 of 44. For the victorious Bunker Hill Minutemen, they were led in scoring by Doug Sauerwein, 32 points. But I think the key here is how much Hillsboro made him work to get it. He had 29 shots from the field, making 12 of them, and he was 8 of 14 from the free throw line. Also tonight, not much other scoring for Bunker Hill. 7 for Stagner, 10 for Widener, a couple for Schwanenstecker, a couple for Mellentine, 4 for Mike Lofka, and 3 for Kyle McLaughlin. All the scoring, Bunker Hill 18 of 27 from the free throw line. They only turned the ball over 4 times, so counted up 1 time in the second half. Bunker Hill kept Hillsboro in the game with the poor shooting from the field, only 21 of 56 in the game for 37.5%. Rebounds, 6, 11, 14, 18 on the game for Bunker Hill. 6 to Sauerwein, 5 to Stagner, 4 for Widener, and 3 for Mike Lofka. So again, Bunker Hill wins at 60-45. They'll go to the championship game on Friday night. They will take on the winner of tomorrow night's game between Staunton and Marquette at 7:30, and you'll be hearing that game on WSMI FM. We ask you to stay tuned for to WSMI FM throughout the week. We'll tell you which games will be heard on the radio at what time. But again, our final, the Minutemen of Bunker Hill improving their record, the number 16 rated team in the state by Associated Press, to 24-0, and they're in the championship game on Friday night. Our thanks to Jim Bolton, who came along and kept some stats for us this evening. And I'm Tony Taylor, wishing you a very pleasant good evening from Bunker Hill High School.